Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy holidays. I have a very special guest with me today. It is my baby daddy. This is the video that it's taken us, quite a few months to make, but if you already can't tell by the title, we just had a baby.
Yes.
So before we introduce the baby, we wanted to talk about her birth story. The last time you saw the Hubs, we had our second trimester pregnancy update, and so much has happened since then.
That feels like a year ago.
I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the birth story and how everything that we kind of planned, not planned, became totally unplanned. So just to rewind, my due date was October 6th, that was a Sunday. We went in for a doctor's visit the previous Friday, and it turns out that I hadn't dilated at all. I wasn't having any contractions. Due date's coming up in 2 days. And so my doctor suggested for me to get induced, which basically means you speed up the whole labor and delivery process, especially after it's past your due date. I'm 39 years old, so women of my age, we're considered high-risk pregnancies. You don't want to wait any longer than the 40-week mark to have the baby. It's usually a good idea to have it right after your due date. So long story short, we went into the hospital to get induced, and that was Sunday evening.
Yes.
And it was 1 a.m. in the morning. The Hubs and I were completely ready to just hang out, and I know that labor and delivery takes a really long time. It's due date day. Baby is due today, but we're still waiting for her. The doctor had advised us to go and get induced tonight, but La Hubs is taking me on one last foodie run. We're going to go get some Korean pastries. We'll be back, we'll chill for a little bit, and then it's time to head to the hospital, guys. They injected me with Pitocin, which is a little drug that speeds up that process to get induced. And then by morning time, I had no contractions whatsoever. He's laying in the room, just chilling on the cot.
It seemed as if it wasn't going to happen for another day and a half.
Yeah, according to what the nurses were saying, and I wasn't dilated at all. But I was completely ready to have, a natural vaginal birth delivery. And so I told them to just get the epidural on tap. I'm gonna need that ready once these contractions start coming in. Fast forward maybe 8, 9, 10 hours later, I had no contractions. My doctor had to come in and break my water manually. And so I was just chilling, I was just waiting. He was waiting as well. We were
at that point it was 1 or 2 p.m. the next day, and they said, it's probably gonna be another 15 hours. So we're just groggy, trying to rest.
I was tired, I was drugged up. At this point, I started getting contractions, really mild contractions, and they're very far and few between. I wanted to wait it out to see how crazy these contractions were because, I just wanted that experience. 1 hour went by, he's holding my hand, and it was mild. It was it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
And then that second hour of contractions hit, and I was dude, give me the epidural. I was hanging on tight. For you mamas out there, I don't know if you've ever had an epidural, but it's the best thing ever. It literally is instantaneous. It's so crazy. All of a sudden, you don't feel anything from your waist down, which pretty much aids in labor once you get to the part where you're pushing. Once that happened, all of a sudden, my contractions just started getting heavier and stronger and stronger and stronger.
And your hand grips got a lot stronger and stronger and stronger.
But obviously, once you're at the point where the epidural hits, there's not really much of a lag time, but in between that time, I stopped feeling any of my contractions. So I'm watching the monitor, and I can tell every single time it spikes, I'm having a contraction. And at this point, I'm not even heavily dilated yet. Not to get too scientific, but basically, I was at 3 centimeters for a very, very long time. All of a sudden, I was dilated from 3 centimeters to 10 centimeters in the span of 30 minutes. Within those 30 minutes, every single time my body was contracting, the baby was being pushed down through my canal, but it turned out that my pelvis passage or my pelvic bone area was so narrow that she couldn't get through. Every single time I was contracting, she was being pushed down, but she kept on being sucked back up because she couldn't fit through the passage. Every time she got sucked back up, her heart rate dropped. It was scary. It was so crazy. At one point, it was 1 nurse turned into 2 nurses, turned into 3 nurses, turned into 4 nurses, and then my doctor rushed in.
Basically, it was 2 p.m. They said 15 hours. Next thing you know, an hour later, gang load of people rushed in, took her out, and said, hey, it's go time.
All of a sudden, they told me I needed to have an emergency cesarean section, which is a C-section. And was that in our birth plan? No. I planned to have a vaginal delivery. I really wanted to experience what labor and delivery would be like, but we had so many complications, so we just needed to get her out of there.
Yes.
I got wheeled into the operating room. Daddy got scrubbed in, and in the matter of maybe 15 minutes later,
Walked in and I was asking what was going on, and they said she's having a C-section, and then I hear the baby cry. It was literally a few seconds.
so in the moment that I heard her first cry,
It was
oh,
yeah, it was
oh my god, I mean, I want to cry. I'll cry right now, okay?
it was you never forget that moment.
The great thing about it was that Lahubs captured the entire
Videographer.
thing.
Do a C-section. Oh shit! Hey, here's our baby. There's our baby. Hey, she's beautiful. She's okay, baby. She's okay. Oh, I can't believe she's here.
What's her name?
Kamari.
Kamari. Hey, Kamari.
Hi, Kamari.
Say hi, Dad.
Hi, Kamari.
He's
Oh my
gorgeous.
god.
It was disbelief. I can't believe I'm holding another living human being that I procreated with my wife, and you're gonna love this thing, you know, to the ends of earth, and it's unreal. It's an unreal situation.
I mean, for me, I was on the operating table and I was like drugged up from every which direction. So they carried her to me and we locked eyes, and I literally was just like, this is my baby. I'm like bawling inside, but a little, you know, kind of like comatose. It took a while for us to have skin on skin contact, you know, because they had to like clean her up. I was just getting out of the operating room. So about 90 minutes after she was born, the nurses laid her onto my chest and she latched right away and breastfed. It was
Beautiful.
just a beautiful thing. It was such a beautiful moment, and you know, Daddy had captured everything on video. So I look back at all these videos and I can't help but just cry. It's such a beautiful moment.
Our first family video.
Yo,
Daddy did so good. Daddy, I love you so much.
love you. Mommy's a champ. Mommy had to go surgery.
That was nuts, guys.
Unexpected.
We're glad everyone is safe and sound, and baby looks great. And Daddy's our champ.
You did it.
Love
Love
you.
you.
Hey guys, it's finally discharge day. I've been in recovery and we've really just been taking this time to bond with this crazy newborn. And well, here she is. We've got her. She's like milk wasted right now. We've got her bundled up so that we're ready to take her home. We're off. This is our first car ride home.
True to form, you sleep a lot less, but you're just hyper focused. You know, you enjoy the moment. As everyone says, the baby grows up fast, and but no matter how tired I am in the middle of the night, when I change her diaper or burp her, and I see her face and she smiles at me, it's like,
So sweet.
yeah,
So
it's like
sweet.
doesn't matter what happens.
Yeah,
Doesn't
I
matter
mean,
what happens.
you know, for me, I'm breastfeeding exclusively. I'm nursing from the breast because when we went to go take breastfeeding classes, you know, the lactation consultants and the nurses were saying that as long as you can have her on your breast, it's better for the baby's development because, you know, they're learning how to suck, they're learning the cognitive ability to actually reach your nipple and to suck from it as opposed to automatically from a bottle. It's like night and day. Since I was producing a lot and I'm able to breastfeed, I had to do it. And not only did I have to do it, I was literally praying when I was pregnant to be able to produce milk, to be able to breastfeed my baby, for her to be able to latch. And it's been amazing, guys. I mean, it's really been one of those really beautiful bonding experiences that I can't explain. But the fact is, she latched from like day one, and you know, she hasn't let go since. I loved every moment of taking care of this newborn. We were getting to the point where if we were lucky, we probably got like 4 hours of sleep in a span of a 24-hour
Yeah.
day. You know, that lasted all the way up until, I would probably say like 8 weeks or so.
Lost
Yeah.
track. Can't
Yeah.
keep
Well,
track of the days.
So today she is 2 months and 10 days, and we cannot wait to finally introduce you to Kamari Kubui. Here she is, guys! Kamari Kubui! Live in the flesh in her first YouTube video on Mommy's channel. You can see she is all bundled up and ready for her very first Christmas. I mean, we are just so blessed. So blessed to have this beautiful, healthy girl. You know, she has been an absolute joy to take care of,
It's,
you know?
it's, you know, the light of our life.
She's so easy. I mean, knock on wood, but like, she's so easy. She's so easy. She's so happy. She talks a lot. She's very alert. So life has gotten, you know, a lot more blessed with this baby. We're getting a lot more sleep, so we're more alert now. And we just can't wait to celebrate this first holiday season with her and our families. So say hi, Kamari.
Kamari.
This won't be your last video. Hopefully, if you guys like this type of content, you know, give this video a thumbs up, and then we'll show a little bit more behind the scenes and lifestyle and what it's like with baby Kamari. At this point, she is sleeping with us in our master bedroom, but I promised you guys a master bedroom reveal. I promised you guys a master bedroom reveal, so I will definitely show you how we changed up the entire vibe of the space to accommodate baby girl. In the future, the very near future, I am actually converting my office into her nursery baby room. So you guys get to see the entire behind the scenes of that project as well. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Happy holidays to you and your family. We'll see you in the next one.